Well, hello there, Coney. My name's The Colonist, and welcome to another CIW Storyline Update. Sorry this wasn't posted yesterday. I've been having a hellacious weekend from Saturday to Sunday. That's why nothing got posted. However, we're going to be back on track, and we're going to start this in the first. I'm going to give you all the storylines, and then we're going to segue into the first match of this week, which I will tell you in a minute. First of all, get pumped. Money in the Bank match. Saturday night's main event. We have Sagat, Symbiote Spider-Man, Bruce Lee, and Simon Belmont all gunning for that Money in the Bank briefcase. That is going to happen this week in Saturday night main event, which is also a double feature this week because we were not able to do the Waluigi Riddick match on Saturday, so we're going to push it forward and have it be a double feature this Saturday. 2 matches for the price of 2. So we've got 2 matches for the price of 2 going on there. And just so you know, Waluigi versus Riddick is not going to be an Iron Man match because I have another one prepared for the pay-per-view already. And I don't want to overload it with that type of match. So it's going to be a regular one-on-one match. Waluigi, the only member of Team Mischief, still undefeated after Warriors lost last week. He's going to face Riddick. So we'll see what happens. By the way, I saw The Matrix the other day for the first time. Keanu Reeves, terrible actor. But I will say I like Neo in the Magnet. I like Neo in CIW. So I've been thinking about the Magnation a lot. I've been watching hours upon hours of it. Shout out to you guys if you're watching. Next up, Smoke called me yesterday and informed me that he's fine. That his shoulder wasn't really separated. It was like dislocated and then popped back in. So he's doing okay. I mean, he's kind of been wheeling it around a little bit, but he's doing all right. He's going to be in a match this week, one-on-one with Ermac, with the special referee being Noob Sidebot. So stay tuned for that. That could either be awesome or a train wreck. And I've already recorded it, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is, but it's one of those 2. Next up, Game 2 of Agent 47 and Mr. Clean, a tables match going into this week. So keep your eye out for that. That's going to happen by the middle of the week. Chrono sent me a very long text. I don't know why he couldn't have just emailed me, but whatever. He sent me a very long text saying that Aquaman's days as champion are numbered and that his good guy attitude isn't fooling anyone, especially coming from a man who has sincerely been the good guy his entire life. And now that he's really joined Shades of Black, he's seen the darkness as opposed to seeing the light. But he's seen the darkness and how much better it is. And he actually is imploring Aquaman that he's going to show Aquaman the way so that Aquaman will join them in Shades of Black, which I highly doubt. I mean, I think that's the only thing that could make me hate Aquaman more is if he joined Shades of Black. But I don't think he's going to do it. He's too much of a pompous ass bitch to do anything about it. And Chrono this week will be in action against Johnny Cage, so keep an eye out for that. As far as the Antarctic Mafia and Salt and Pepper situation goes, which seems to be boiling over, we are going to have a no count-out match this week between the Antarctic Mafia and Salt and Pepper, and that's going to be a match. That's going to happen, so keep your eye out for that too. And finally, the Grim Reaper and Satan, I've talked to both of them individually. And both of them have expressed to me that they are still best friends, they're still good guys. They both feel, in no certain terms, that this is something that has to be done between the 2 of them. They're best friends. The people have always wondered who's more feared, Satan or the Grim Reaper. And now they feel like this is the time to discover it. Who's the best? Who is the better man? And what better way to do it than to be fighting for the CIW Heavyweight Championship of the world? And Satan and Grim Reaper both quoted Michael Corleone, weirdly enough, even though he's in another storyline. But they both said it is nothing personal between the 2 of them. It is strictly business. And I want to believe that. But remember what happened with Noob Smoke? And that was fought over a championship too. So I'm just saying the title does tend to change things as far as relationships go. So we'll have to see. That's going to do it for this edition of Storylines. Stay tuned for the upcoming video as we do a fun, wavy transformation. Good afternoon, Colony. My name is The Colonist, and welcome once again to a CIW match. Of course, you just saw the storyline video for this. Awesome transition, if I do say so myself. Whoever that CEO guy is, he's pretty fucking cool. But anyway, we are watching a fatal four-way match between Packard, the Prince of Persia, Freddy Krueger, and Frozone. And I'm excited for this. This is a regular fatal four-way match, nothing special about it, per se. Every member of this grouping, an XYZ competitor. That's really pretty much all we've got. And I'm excited to see these four go at it. We are seeing Packard and Frozone fight for the first time since their epic 2 matches. And, wait. Okay, I've just been passed a note. I guess something's going on in the back again for the second week in a row. Can somebody get a camera back there? Are we seriously all just monkeys? Somebody do something and give me a camera back there as to what the hell's going on. Is anyone? I don't know. Okay, well, I guess not. So I guess we're just going to go through. Oh, there we go. And, oh, it's Ken Masters going after Packard, just like Packard went after Masters last week. And Ken Masters now fighting, beating the hell out of Packard in the parking lot here. In where are we even? I totally forgot where we are, but still. And now slamming Packard's face right into looks like into a fire truck. Just constant slams, and the crane lifted up for no reason. And this is not good for Packard on any level. And Packard just getting beaten down here by Ken Masters. Masters, I guess, recovered from his pinball incident that we saw last week. Surprisingly fast recovery, and slammed into a limo. Holy crap! Packard's face just went right through that limousine window. I'm surprised Packard's not busted open. Packard and Ken Masters now inside, and I am so surprised that that Masters is even back out here, and that Packard's not even fighting back. Packard's getting dominated right now by Ken Masters, who jumped him in the back. Packard's still got a match to compete. And what's Masters got going on here? What's he has in my? Wait a minute. Wait. Oh my God! Packard squads can't take any more damage. Just jamming the leg in between that limousine door. How is Packard? Packard's not gonna be able to stand after that. Packard holding his quad, obviously torn. Good God. How is Packard even supposed to come back from that? So it's pretty good. And Packard's standing up somehow. And I have no idea how Packard could possibly be standing up after all of that. And now Ken Masters taking Packard to looks like a car. And now slamming Packard into the car. And what's Masters got in mind here? And now a face plant. And that knocked Packard out. And Ken Masters vicious on Packard. Somebody get some medical attention back there. Somebody get some help for that man. And yeah, Ken Masters real proud, but he may have ended a career. But anyway, here I guess the match is still going on.
The following contest is a fatal four-way, and it is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Edmond, Oklahoma. From Oklahoma, Philip.
So here comes the Prince of Persia. The first entrance was supposed to be Packard, but I guess that's not happening now. And yeah, I've just been passed another note that Packard has been sent to the local hospital here in wherever we are. Where the hell are we? I am not familiar with this place at all. All I know, they drugged me, they brought me to the arena. I have no idea where we are. They just said, here, do commentary. Even though I'm the CEO, I had a rough night last night, so I was still kind of blacked out on my way here. And then somebody drove me here, and just now they gave me a pitcher of water, so I'm kind of a lot more sober now than I was before, which is good news. Because otherwise I'm not sure I'd be able to do the commentary. Although, admittedly, I have done a couple drunk commentaries for CIW before, which has been very entertaining, but I try to refrain from it. Only because this is a profession. You know, this is not something that we can just say, hey, we can dick around with this, and, you know, you don't show up to work drunk, especially if you own the company. Although, when you own the company, you can really do whatever the hell you want. So I could do as many drunk commentaries as I can, but still, I want to be professional. I want to make it so that it doesn't seem like I'm a total jackass just running this company, everything going amok. Apparently, I'm not doing a good job at it because we just lost one of our members of Packard in a vicious attack by Ken Masters. Wait a minute. I'm getting word that they're arresting Ken Masters for battery, so he's going to go to the jail in wherever we are. And here comes Freddy Krueger.
And the opponent, from parts unknown, the Freak.
So here comes Freddy Krueger, who apparently has been hanging out with the Riddler from the Magnation because they have the same exact entrance. But I feel like it's a little more appropriate for Freddy Krueger to have that, seeing how he is kind of freaky as hell. Not my favorite evil guy ever, like not my favorite horror movie character, but still, I don't understand the clock. I guess for nighttime, because he does go and kill people in their dreams. And so Freddy Krueger on his way to the ring here on CIW, first match of the week. And I'm excited to see this match. I really am thoroughly excited to see this match. Still should be a good Fatal 4-Way. Although, we don't know. I guess we did get somebody to replace him. And he is standing in the back. So after Frozone comes out, I guess we are going to have a fourth participant in this Fatal 4-Way match. And the winner of which goes for, moves up the ladder in the XYZ department. Maybe we'll get a future title shot. So it's not going to be completely based on Snoob and Smoke and Aquaman and Chrono. Although, and I'd like to see some of these guys. Freddy Krueger, not the best record in CIW, although I'm not entirely sure what it is. Because I'm terrible at bookkeeping. I'm going to have to do better at that. Here comes the Frozone.
And the opponent, from Mexico, Freddy.
So I think that after this video, I'm just going to talk over Jillian and Joey, and Joey Schimmel, only because they're so bad at introductions. I'd rather just do it myself at this point. I wish you could I wish you could get rid of those. I wish you could, and believe me, I tried to get rid of Jillian and get rid of Joey, but they have to do the ring announcing, so I'll just talk over them probably. I mean, unless you guys want me to keep them, so feel free to leave a comment, all 2 of you who watch this. Well, actually, that's not true. I know that there's at least 6 people who watch it, because they're also the team captains for Gut Check, and the draft happening a couple weeks from now. The weekend before, or the week before August Asylum. But, oh, wait a minute!
From El Paso, Texas, from Texas, James.
Jimmy Corderas! That's a surprise. We haven't seen him since Doomsday. And after he got buried by Chrono, who ended up being a turncoat for all of us anyway, coming back. Impressive. I am impressed. And maybe Jimmy Corderas will pull off a win on this one on his return. It's been almost a month now. And pretty surprising. Actually, it's been over a month now, come to think of it. And Jimmy Corderas, it's nice to see him back. He's still sporting the NWO, which I'm not cool with, but that's okay. I mean, it's not really his fault. I just think, I don't know, I feel like the NWO, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the NWO. I think that back in the 90s, the NWO was cool, definitely cool for what they were doing. I seriously think that the reason that WCW was so successful in 96, 97, leading up to that fateful April day in 98, NWO was a strong part of that. And I don't think it's the NWO that caused the decline of WCW. Well, I don't think anyone's making that claim. However, at the same time, I don't think that I don't think the NWO was the problem. And WWE's NWO sucked. I'm sorry, it sucked. They totally made them look weaker than holy hell, which I honestly think that Hogan should have gone over at 18. But Vince, he was never going to do that. He was always going to shit on WCW guys. And actually, that's why I'm so not excited for Sting to compete. A, because he's 50 fucking 5, so he's obviously not going to be the way he was before. And also because you know he's not going to win. No matter who he faces, Triple H, with the exception of maybe Triple H. Triple H might be the one guy who says, yes, I will put him over. Other than that, I don't think it's going to happen. Here we go. Fatal 4-way match. Started out with a collar and elbow tie-up by Freddy Krueger and the Prince of Persia. Now, this is a match I actually have not seen yet. Because usually when I do the recording, I see what goes on in the match. This time, I turned away during this match. This is all comm simulated, breaking the fourth wall. So I have no idea what's going to happen in this match. Thumb to the eye by Freddy Krueger. So, and I'm going to try and do this a little more often to get it this way. 2 punches to the back by Freddy Krueger. Referee John Clayton. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you guys. We fired Luke Goss. Luke Goss was just such a terrible referee. Low blow by Corderas there. Was such a bad referee that we said, all right, you're being demoted to gut check. So Luke Goss is going to come back on the gut check roster. So he made a phone call. I talked to Magnitude. I talked to Trevor. And they told me that John Clayton was still looking for work. So we gave him a call and he said, yes, I will interim referee until you find a more permanent replacement. So we've got him now. Referee John Clayton assigned to the contest. Leg attack by Prince of Persia. Take a D-Rink. And kicks to the side of Jimmy Corderas by Frozone. Frozone has yet to have a singles match since returning. Came back in one of the Money in the Bank qualifiers. Came up a little bit short. And actually, all 3 of these 4 men were in Money in the Bank qualifiers. I believe Prince of Persia and Freddy Krueger were in the same one. Or, actually, you know what? I'm going to look that up. Oh, a roll-up and a rope break. Nope, I am absolutely incorrect. Prince of Persia was in the first one in the pre-show. Freddy Krueger was in one that Chrono was in that... Wait a minute. No, this isn't right. I didn't write down the updated ones, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. Back to the match. If you want to find out, just go watch my previous videos. I'm going to get better with bookkeeping. Actually, I'm going to try and do that when I get back to school. On the 15th of August is when I return to Quinnipiac. And when I do that, I'm going to be working on... Oh, roll-up! Roll-up by Freddy Krueger. 1, 2... No! Kick out at 2 by Corderas. And groin attack, take a drink. But I'm going to do a shit ton of bookkeeping. Really get it on par. And so we will have all of the stats and figures and whatnot. I haven't even been paying attention to points. But I figured since we have the Loser Leaf CIW match between Mr. Clean and Agent 47, it wasn't really necessary. So probably at the end of August, we're going to wipe the slate clean in order to inaugurate Gut Check. So everyone's slate will be wiped clean. And, oh, out goes Jimmy Corderas by a huge throw by Frozone. Meanwhile, Freddy Krueger working on the Prince of Persia with a set of kicks. Is Prince of Persia going to go for a... Looks like he's going for like a Punjabi plunge. Got it in the corner. Jimmy Corderas still on the outside. Frozone now coming after him. Now Krueger now into the corner. Drop kick by Frozone. Oh! And kind of a stinger splash into a bulldog. No, I will not acknowledge the person who quit WWE for using that move. And most people know my opinion on CM Punk now that I mentioned him and totally ruined exactly what I said 5 seconds ago. But I'm not going to get into it now. But if you want to know how I feel about CM Punk, shoot me a message, follow me on Facebook, or follow CIW on Facebook and let me and tell me and ask for it. Oh, the Incrediglitch! The Incrediglitch onto Jimmy Corderas. That could be over here. And Krueger and Prince of Persia still going at it. And the cover, and Freddy Krueger breaks that up before the count of 1. But yeah, you want to know my opinion on CM Punk? Ask me another time. I'm not going to get into it here. We've got a Fatal 4-Way match that is proving to be a pretty solid matchup right now. And now that leg move, that leg squeeze move for the head, which I'm also going to say take a drink for. So that's another one of the drinking ones. And we might see, and a nice rolling senton by Frozone, who's looking real sharp. Looking good since he made his return. Here comes another Incrediglitch. This time to the Prince of Persia. And he's going to nail it. Bam! And is that going to go for the... Is that going to get Frozone the win? Corderis and Krueger battling each other. Corderis just choking. 1, 2, 3! And it looked like Corderis was still fucked up after that, after the first Incrediglitch glitch. So he wasn't able to go for, break up the count. So your winner, Frozone, in a pretty solid match. A match that I did not expect was going to be that good. But turned out to be better, even with the attack for, onto Packard. It's going to take me forever to find this Al Snow tweet of the day. Actually, my phone just said no, pretty much. So I'm going to hope... Oh, doesn't even realize that Al Snow is a person. Awesome. So, with that said, we're going to try and get you an Al Snow tweet of the day here. But if we don't get it, we don't get it. It seems to happen a lot. Here we go. Al Snow tweet of the day. The first step of divorce was her throwing all my shit in the street and ended when the judge said I had to give it all back to her. Okay, Al Snow. So Frozone gets the win. My name is The Colonist, and we will see you next time, everybody.